Hello everyone, my name is Anjali. Welcome to my channel and have a look at the weather today. So guys, I'm from Shimla and this is the weather today in here. Rest of the country is melting, but here we are pulling out the sweaters. So technically this isn't my first vlog. I made one earlier but didn't reveal my identity in that one. So in that sense it's the first real vlog. It started raining outside so I had to get back to my room. So usually vlogs are about showing our lifestyle, our daily routine, work. The thing is that I don't have much to show in my daily routine because there's nothing exciting. So I decided to make it in a different way. I am making it to share a childhood memory with you all. So here we go. Until 5th grade, life was great. Everything was fine. I was happy, enjoyed studying, even topped my class. But when I moved to 6th grade, I felt terrified. I was worried about teachers, a tougher syllabus, and how I would perform. The pressure was real. I used to dread going to school every morning. Um, Teachers were actually cordial, they were very helpful. They were not bad at all. The problem was me. I was introvert and a shy sort of a person, so that made everything feel terrifying. We usually forget what we studied in school unless we are preparing for a competitive exam and have to revisit it. I have done my schooling long ago, and it's been 4 years since I have graduated from college. Recently, out of nowhere, that one chapter popped into my head. I couldn't remember the name or even which grade it was from. There was the summary of this chapter in my head. So I started searching for it, and guess what? I found it. It's a chapter from 6th grade English. If you're someone who finds peace in stories, um, books, music, then you're gonna love it. This is the chapter Tarot's Reward, and I really want to share the story with you in a different manner. So here we go. Taro is a woodcutter. He used to live with his old parents on a hillside. All day long he chopped wood in the forest. Though he worked very hard, he earned very little money, and this made him sad. For he was a thoughtful son and wanted to give his old parents everything they needed. One evening, when Taro and his parents were sitting in a corner of their hut, a strong wind began to blow. It whistled through the cracks of that hut and everyone felt very cold. Suddenly, Taro's father said, "I wish I had a cup of sake. It would warm me and do my old hurt good." This made Taro sadder than ever. Heartwarming drink called sake was very expensive. How do I earn more money? He asked himself. How do I get a little sake for my poor old father? So he decided to work harder than before. Next morning, Taro jumped out of bed earlier than usual and made his way to the forest. He chopped and cut as the sun climbed. And soon he was so warm that he had to take off his jacket. His mouth was dry, his face was wet with sweat. He thought, my poor old father. If only he was as warm as I. And with that, he began to chop even faster, thinking of extra money he must earn to buy the sake to warm the old man's bones. Then suddenly, he stopped chopping. What was that sound he heard? Could it possibly be rushing water? Taro couldn't remember even seeing or hearing a rushing stream in that part of the forest. He was thirsty, the axe dropped out of his hands, and he ran in the direction of the sound. Taro saw a beautiful little waterfall hidden behind a rock, kneeling at a place where the water flowed quietly. He cupped a little in his hands and put it to his lips. Was it water or was it sake? He tasted it again and again, and always it was the delicious sake instead of cold water. Taro quickly filled the pitcher he had with him and hurried home. The old man was delighted with the sake. After only one swallow of the liquid, he stopped shivering and did a little dance in the middle of the floor. That afternoon, a neighbor stopped by for a visit. Taro's father politely offered her a cup of sake. The lady drank it greedily and thanked the old man. Then Taro told her the story of the magic waterfall. Thanking them for the delicious drink, she left in a hurry. By nightfall, she had spread the story throughout the whole village. That evening, there was a long procession of visitors to the woodcutter's house. Each man heard the story of the waterfall and took a sip of the sake. In less than an hour, the pitcher was empty. Next morning, Taro started for work even earlier than the morning before. He carried with him the largest pitcher he owned, for he intended first of all to go to the waterfall. When he reached it, he found, to his great surprise, two neighbors there. They were carrying pitchers, jars, bucket, anything they could find to hold the magic sake. Then one villager knelt and held his mouth under the waterfall to drink. He drank again and then shouted angrily, "Water, nothing but water." Others also tried, but there was no sake, only cold water. "We've been tricked," shouted the villagers. "Where's Taro? Let us drown him in the waterfall." But Taro had been wise enough to slip behind a rock when he saw how things were going. He was nowhere to be found. Muttering their anger and disappointment, the villagers left the place one by one. Taro came out from his hiding place. Was it true? He wondered. Was the sake a dream? Once more he caught a little liquid in his hand and put it to his lips. It was the same fine sake. To the thoughtful son, the magic waterfall gave the delicious sake. To everyone else, it gave only cold water. The story of Taro and his magic waterfall reached the Emperor of Japan. He sent for the young woodcutter and rewarded him with 20 pieces of gold for having been so good and kind. Then he named the most beautiful fountain in the city after Taro. This, said the emperor, was to encourage all children to honor and obey their parents. While telling you the story, I forgot what was happening outside. It rained a lot, too much actually, and suddenly the temperature dropped. I started feeling cold. It was less of a vlog and more of a story time video. Tell me how you liked it in the comment section below, and we'll meet in the next video. Till then, bye bye, take care.